In this session, the topics are source transformation technique and theorems. In our syllabus, we have theorem class, superposition theorem, theorems theorem, and Norton's theorem. First, let me explain about source transformation technique. It also has a simple theorem. The purpose of source transformation technique is also same as like mesh nodal analysis. Here, any one particular branch we need to find the response like current, voltage, and power. While calculating the response at any one particular branch, we do not have to disturb the network. We do not have to disturb the branch where we need to find the current. Remaining as per our requirements, we will convert. Already we discussed practical voltage source is nothing but voltage source connected in series with some resistance, and a practical current source is nothing but current source connected in parallel with some resistance. And by converting voltage source into current source or current source into voltage source, we will calculate the response in any one particular branch. In this technique, the disadvantage is if you know by using source transformation technique any branch responses, if you want to find the response in other branches, again we have to apply the theorem. With source transformation technique, again we have to apply. So time taking is more. That's why mesh and nodal are called, compared to other techniques, universal techniques. So we know how to convert by using, if you know current source and resistance magnitude, voltage will calculate by using formulas current source magnitude into resistance. Totally we apply here Ohm's law. Here we apply totally Ohm's law. See, one simple circuit also given. Previous problem, we practice this problem, you can get good knowledge on source transformation technique. The next topic is network theorems. What is the first, before going to each and every theorem, first we have to know what is the purpose of theorem here. The purpose of theorem here is, in a complicated network, to find current, voltage, power in any one particular branch of a network, we use theorems. You see the difference between mesh nodal. Mesh nodal, if you apply each and every branch, current, voltage, power, we can get. But if you apply theorem, any one particular branch current, voltage, power only will get. If you want to find any other branch, again we have to apply the theorem. And these all theorems are applicable for single source and multi-source networks. And some theorems are different. Those are applicable for bilateral. Bilateral means in that network there must be two sources. That is called a bilateral. Unilateral means single source network. Why? Because of source one direction only, current will flow unidirection. If two direction current flowing, bidirectional. Now here the main advantage of Thevenin's theorem is, to find any branch response, we have to bring the network into practical voltage source. Practical voltage source connected with the load. Practical voltage source nothing but what? Voltage source connected in series with some resistance. After that we have to connect the load. Load is nothing but the element magnitude, which we need to find the response like current or voltage or power. That's the advantage of Thevenin's theorem. After bringing the network into practical circuit, so all we can say connected in series, then we will calculate current using formula as I is equal to V by total resistance. V is nothing but what here? The total. No, V is nothing but here the voltage source magnitude, that is the total, the voltage source magnitude which will exist across the desired element. Means to know any particular branch response, we have to follow some steps. Step 1, what we have to do here is, we have to remove the element where we need to find the current. We have to remove and make it open circuit. In step 2, we have to find the voltage across open circuit terminals. So because we discussed already, voltage will exist across open circuit terminals. So we have to calculate voltage across open circuit terminals. That voltage is called Thevenin's equivalent voltage. That voltage is called Thevenin's equivalent voltage or open circuit voltage. And in the next step, so assume step 3, we have to find the equivalent resistance across the open circuit terminals. Whenever if you want to find the voltage across open circuit terminals, we have to assume voltage source is there across the open circuit terminals. As we discussed here, we are going to calculate in total resistance or Thevenin's equivalent resistance. It is called the Thevenin's equivalent resistance. So to find any resistance between any two nodes, then we have to assume we have to consider remaining sources magnitudes as 0. When voltage magnitude 0 in short circuit condition, and when current magnitude 0 in open circuit condition. That's why if in the net while calculating Thevenin's equivalent resistance denoted by RTH, we have to observe the network from open circuit terminals, and we have to make the voltage sources are there in the network 0. 0 means by making short circuit, and the current sources we have to make them 0 means we have to open circuit the source. After that we have to calculate RTH. After calculating RTH, connect the Thevenin's equivalent network means voltage source with VTH connected in series with RTH, which is called Thevenin's equivalent network. To that network we have to connect in series the load resistor, means where we need to find the current. It is called load resistor. After connecting by using formula I is equal to VTH by RTH plus RL, we will calculate the current flowing through any particular resistor. So after solving the problem, if you want to verify, you apply the same network mesh or nodal analysis. You verify the network series parallel technique also if there is a single voltage source in the network. So any Thevenin's equivalent, Thevenin's up to now any network, if you want to verify Thevenin's theorem, means the same answer you verify by using mesh or nodal analysis. This is about the concept of Thevenin's theorem. Practice problems, whatever we solve in the class, can get good knowledge. In Thevenin's theorem problems, not only this, what concept we studied up to now, this we studied is for independent sources network. If the network is having combination of independent sources and dependent sources, we can't separate different sources with their internal resistances. Means internal resistance is ideal voltage source internal resistance is 0. That's why voltage sources we eliminated by short circuiting. Current sources we eliminated by open circuiting. But if dependent source is there, we can't consider that magnitude as 0 or something. We can't disturb that network. That's why with network with independent and dependent sources, we will calculate current or voltage or power in a particular branch by calculating VTH and I Nortons. VTH and I Nortons across the open circuit, across the required element. After that, R equivalent or RTH or RL we will calculate by using formula as VOC or VTH by IN. That is one method to calculate any particular branch voltage, current, power for the mixed sources. Sources means some independent and some dependent sources. Now come to Norton's theorem. The purpose of Norton's theorem also same as like Thevenin's theorem, just it is opposite to Thevenin's theorem. Means there we analyzed across open circuit terminals, and here we analyze across short circuit terminals. Across open circuit voltage will exist, that's why voltage we considered, and here short circuiting we are going to analysis we are doing on short circuit, that's why current we considered. That current is called I Norton. Suppose if a network is having many number of sources, resist passive elements, if you want to find any one particular branch current, we will follow the steps. Step 1, what we have to do here is we have to remove the element from the network and make it short circuit. Previously open circuit, here short circuit, because we are analyzing current. Remove the element where we need to find the current and make it short circuit. After short circuiting, calculate current across short circuit terminals. That current is called Norton's equivalent current. Norton's equivalent current. I'll calculate Norton's equivalent current if in the network only one source applies series parallel, mesh or nodal. But if the network is having more than one source, don't apply series parallel or star delta taking. Apply mesh or nodal only. Mesh or nodal only. Now after calculating I Nortons, calculate R Nortons. Norton's equivalent resistance. The procedure is same how we calculated Thevenin's equivalent resistance. Same procedure is applicable on calculating Norton's equivalent resistance. After calculating Rn or Norton's equivalent resistance and I Nortons, connect the network. Connect the Norton's equivalent network. Norton's equivalent network is nothing but what? Voltage current source connected in parallel with some resistance, which is called practical current source. After that, the next step, you connect the removed element in parallel with the Norton's equivalent circuit. Then by applying current division principle, calculate the current or voltage or power in desired network. So like this you have to solve problems on Norton's theorem. Same like Thevenin's theorem also. Here also type 1, type 2, type 3 problems are there. Type 1 means the only independent sources. Type 2 means mixed, means independent and combination of independent and dependent sources. This is about Norton's theorem. Now come to next theorem, superposition theorem, very important theorem. This theorem statement is saying this theorem is applicable for bilateral network. Very important point it is. Superposition theorem is applicable for bilateral network. Bilateral means the network has to consist at least 2 or more than 2 sources. More than 2 or 2 or more than 2 means then we can call that network as a bilateral network. Means current will flow in the both directions across any element because of multiple sources. And this superposition theorem, the purpose of superposition theorem here is to find any branch current voltage only. Means it is not applicable for power calculations or power verification. Why? Because power is a non-linear quantity. As theorem statement is saying, in a linear bilateral network, the response in any one particular branch when all the sources are acting simultaneously is equal to linear sum of individual responses calculated by considering one independent source at a time. Remember, here while applying this theorem or by verifying this theorem, we have to consider only independent sources. We have to consider only independent sources. And this superposition theorem is fails in some applications. Where it will fail? It won't fail anyway. Whenever mesh and nodals are failed, that time to find any branch current voltage power, we use superposition theorem or principle in open loop. Well, because by considering this theorem statement is saying what? Because of all the sources, response is equal to linear sum of individual sources responses. That's why if you want to calculate any branch current, we will apply each and every source separately. With that, we will calculate the response. And the very important point to discuss is not applicable for power calculations. So because power is a non-linear quantity. This theorem plays more role in AC circuit analysis. Why? Because if mesh and nodals are failed because of multiple frequency sources, we can't apply mesh nodal analysis. That time this method is more applicable. That to superposition theorem we have to apply in open loop condition only. The closed loop condition nothing but what? Verification. Means because of all the sources, response is equal to linear sum of individual responses. that is closed loop. Open loop is nothing but what? We will calculate each and every source responses. After that, we add all the we add linearly all the magnitudes. Then we can get the total current or voltage. But it is not applicable for power calculations. This is about superposition theorem. The main advantages of these theorems is discussed. With this we will apply in a complicated network. Especially superposition theorem is applicable for voltage and current verifications only. Voltages and currents verifications only. Thevenin-Norton theorems are applicable to calculate currents, voltages and powers in any one particular branch. Again I said the main disadvantage of theorems is if you calculated response in any one particular branch, after that if you want to find any other branch response, again we have to apply the theorem separately. There's a disadvantage of theorems. Every theorem there is a disadvantage of theorem, but with machine model we will calculate the response at a time in each and every branch. That's why many problems, if you want to calculate, if examiner asks you to calculate response in current or voltage for any branch, you apply mesh or nodal analysis. If examiner specified particularly in this if examiner specified particularly to calculate any one branch by using any method, then only you apply the method. This is about network reduction techniques theorems. Stop. Thank you.